You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
When she said, I don't dance now, I make money moves, that was a mission statement for a whole new generation.
Respect, but that's not the Mount Rushmore. Listen, cash rules everything around me. When that line dropped, it changed the whole hustle. The greatest tracks are never finished. They're just debated forever. Introducing the Sprite Living Track List. 50 tracks that shape the culture from 6 decades of hip-hop. Scan the QR code on a Sprite or Sprite Zero Sugar to see the full breakdown. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Shout out to Astropro for sponsoring this episode and providing us with free samples. Speaking of free samples, I am honestly so grateful because, as you know, this is allergy season in Texas. I think Texas is one of the worst places to live if you have allergies. I have this tree in my backyard. It is the cottonwood tree. I'm highly allergic to cottonwood, not only myself, but also Travis is, and I believe our children are. And Astropro has come in handy. It's a nasal spray, and it has made such a difference in my seasonal allergies. I feel like I can breathe, and it really helped relieve my symptoms quickly. Astropro is the first of its kind nasal allergy spray. It is the fastest 24-hour over-the-counter allergy spray. It starts working within 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take an hour. And if you've had allergies, you know that every minute counts. Astropro delivers full prescription strength indoor and outdoor allergy relief from nasal congestion, runny and itchy nose, and sneezing. Get fast-acting nasal allergy symptom relief with Astropro. Go to astroproallergy.com for a discount so you can Astropro and go today. ASTEPRO allergy.com. Astropro and go. Use as directed for relief of nasal congestion, runny nose, sneezing, and itchy nose due to allergies.
Yay Networks.
Hi, I'm Brandi.
I'm Stephanie,
And this is your weekly dose of BS.
The news that is getting social media all abuzz is Real Housewives of Dallas coming back for a season 6? And will Stephanie Holman and Deandra Simmons be confirmed cast members announced at BravoCon?
Don't look at me.
Okay. Yeah. I think it was always Dallas's problem that nothing was ever kept a secret.
Amen.
That was
Amen.
Every season. Was that not an issue?
Yes. But you know what? I also think it's a big problem. It's always been a big problem in Dallas, but also I think I feel like Beverly Hills this year has kind of been the same. Like things like get spilled before they're supposed to. But yeah, whenever we were filming, I think Brandi can agree with me, things always somehow got spilled.
Yeah, they did. But I thought a lot of times it was the producers.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe just behind the scenes trying to stir things up a little bit and cause drama between, the cast.
And maybe that's what who knows. But do you think it's because it got too big to where like you couldn't keep like whatever y'all were filming, it was never a secret. Do you feel like what do you feel like the problem was? Why was it a leak? Or was it just because the cast was excited to share stuff?
I don't know. I think it was, when you're out in public like that, it is hard to kind of keep it a secret.
Yeah.
I mean, because social media makes everything so accessible, and you're like, oh, this is where these people are. I mean, people check in, and then you see like, oh, there's a film crew behind them.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. I think sometimes it's people being out and about, and then I think sometimes, like, whenever you're a cast member, you have all these accounts that like. Are your friends, or you think they're your friends, and then like sometimes I think things get out because people confide in like accounts, and then but their job is to create news. So I think there's a little bit of both. I've always felt like that. Like some things I'm like, well, only somebody from our show could leak. Even Beverly Hills, like I think the stuff that was leaked, a lot of it was stuff that had to have been from the show, right? Because it was stuff that was like, people weren't around.
If it's juicy details, and everybody wants to keep it more locked up.
But is it super annoying from y'all's side because you actually like can't talk about it? Like you're under contract where you literally can't respond to things when it comes out?
That's what always was confusing to me, is because I felt like that's what we signed a contract to say, like, okay, we're going to keep this under the wraps. We're going to handle this with cameras filming us. That's obviously why we are doing it, is so that, the cameras are catching it, and then you're going to view it. So everything should be kept. So when things would come out and not on your time or the time that it was supposed to, it absolutely was frustrating. And it felt like almost a slap, or you got knocked down a little bit, because then you never got to defend your story before it was already out there.
And let's just how often would you know who the leak was when it came to stuff like that?
I feel like always in that situation.
Yeah.
And so there was always a finger pointing somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. And then also, it's hard because you're supposed to wait. Well, whenever you're filming a show, and I think, again, I can see this a lot with Beverly Hills this year. Whenever you're filming a show, you're really not supposed to air things out and fight about it until the reunion. You kind of you can jab a little back and forth, but Bravo now wants you to somewhat play nice because it got so out of hand at one point.
Yeah, they would fine you, and I'm sure they still do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they still fine. So you actually get fined if you do too much or say too much, or kind of get out of hand with a cast member. If it goes too far, you get fined.
Well, our own little Stephanie Holman was involved in a story that leaked this week, but we will get to that later.
No, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you.
Okay, first, how is it having a teenager with a girlfriend, Stephanie Holman? Also, do you still have a teenager with a girlfriend?
Yeah, I think so. Because I don't know. Here's the deal. I guess I try to pick him up and I try to talk to him, and he always wants to stay late and watch volleyball because his girl plays volleyball. And so his girl plays volleyball. So, last week he wanted to stay late, and then I picked him up. Obviously I knew why he was staying to watch because she plays. And I was like, hey, how was school? And then I try to ease it in there, hey, how is everything with your girlfriend? And then he said, Mom, I wish I would have never told you, because now all you want to do is talk about it. And I'm not going to tell you next time. And I was like, it's okay, because I feel like your Aunt Tiffany finds everything out, so she will tell me. But yeah, so he's kind of doesn't like to talk about it that much. But as of this week, they're still together. But they are 13. So I remember when I was...
what, though? I started dating Brian when I was 14, and I don't think I've looked back.
This could be the one.
It could. Honestly, it could be this could be the person. He could be the Brian to her Brandi. But I don't know, because he's kind of a little tight-lipped.
Did she like her gift, her birthday gift?
Yeah, he says she wears it. Obviously, probably not as much as the one that I picked out.
The Louis
Vuitton
her, bracelet?
But yes, I think he got her a little, I think it was either a necklace or a bracelet with her initial in it.
How cute.
Yes, but he picked it out, so I'm sure it's perfect.
Oh.
So yes, it's very sweet.
Okay, Brandi was telling us something. I do not see all my Instagram messages, and I know Stephanie doesn't either. Somehow, Brandi is the one that's most active on Instagram lately.
I am.
How?
You know what? I don't know. Okay. I'm telling you, I'm working on myself. I'm trying to be involved more with all of you people.
So explain this message that we all got that only you saw.
Okay, so one of our listeners, her name's Hannah, and she's a longtime listener. Thank you, Hannah. We love you.
Yes,
and,
thank you.
So she said that she laughed so hard listening to our butt eating segment, and that she's sent this video that we had to watch because it's hysterical, and her boyfriend made her listen to it, and they laughed really hard. I listened to it. I can't tell you how many times. The whole way here, I replayed it over and over again and just laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed.
I cannot wait to hear it. I've not heard it yet. Neither has Trey.
Yeah, let's hear it.
It's so funny.
Let's hear it.
So, let's see what this girl is talking about.
Hi, so this video is my official review of eating ass.
Why the father fucking fuck would you review eating ass? Is eBay selling eating ass now or what?
This weekend, recently, I had the pleasure of eating ass.
The pleasure.
Woman, I hope you are talking about donkey, not human asshole. Wait, what?
People have asked me, Vanessa, why?
Vanessa, why would people ask you why you eat ass? How did they know you ate ass in the first place? Did you go around telling people you ate ass, Vanessa? Why would you do that, Vanessa? Eating ass is not an achievement. Why would you tell people? Have you no shame?
And I say, why not?
Because it is ass. That is like brushing your teeth with poop, and people ask you why you brush your teeth with poop, and you say, why not? Because it is fucking poop. You are not supposed to do that, Vanessa.
They have asked me, how was it?
Nasty as fuck. That is how. Anything else you say other than that is a lie.
The pros of eating ass.
I'm fascinated to hear this.
None. Nothing. Zero. Except if your life goal is to be known as the poop muncher.
Yeah, I enjoy it. The cons would be...
This is the best.
I would say the biggest con is the smell. It doesn't smell that great.
Well, no fucking shit. Pun intended.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. This is our like third or fourth episode about eating ass, by the way. We're starting to rebrand here.
Oh, anyways. Thanks, Hannah. That was so fun.
It was so good. Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
Yeah, anyways.
So if you eat ass, that person should fleet beforehand. That's like why you should fleet, right?
Well, first of all, if you eat ass, do not tell anybody.
First of all, Travis has a little bit of a hairy booty.
Oh, she talks about that. That is actually one of the cons, and she says it's not bad.
It's like flossing.
Trey knows.
Yeah, that's how Trey has like the best teeth. Like he is constantly flossing, right, Trey?
I'm engaged.
And if there's a dingleberry in there, you just get a midnight snack.
Oh my God, I would throw up. As you guys know, Brandi is the one that got me on Nutrafol. She, after a baby, started using it, and her hair has never looked better. So then I am a follower. So I was like, okay, I want some of that hair. So I started using Nutrafol, and it has been amazing. My hair is thicker, stronger, healthier. I did not realize this until working with Nutrafol, but over half of women will experience hair thinning in their lifetime. However, many people don't know that and suffer in silence, thinking they are alone. Nutrafol is looking to normalize female hair struggles through shedding the silence. Like for me, I feel like after children, I also noticed my hair was thinning. My mom and my grandmother, I feel like with age, have thinning hair. So I do agree that a lot of women have thinning hair. And I will say, I feel like a lot of it is honestly with age. I feel like the older you get, the more you struggle with it. And Nutrafol would like to hear your story as well. Let's talk about it. Your hair story could help another woman. Join the conversation at shedthesilence.com. Again, that's shedthesilence.com.
Brandi, I want to know how you almost got evicted from a slumber party.
Yes, this is a true story. So Brinkley's little birthday party, we stayed at the Omni at the Star. I had a ton of little girls, and
The Star is such a fun area.
It is
by the way.
so fun. And they had their Oktoberfest. There was a lot going on. But I had multiple rooms, and I had other moms there helping me. But I had the main suite with 2 bedrooms, and then we had a living area, a kitchen. Anyways, we all went to bed. We got in trouble once, and I was like, okay, let's settle down.
Did they
whatever.
call you, or did they like send somebody down?
The first time they called, okay. Then the next thing I know, the people came multiple times to the door, and they told me, the security guard told me to come out to the hall, and I went to the hall, and he said, well, the little girls are being inappropriate with their noises and their banging. And I'm like, what? Okay. So one of the little girls was being inappropriate and thought it was real funny to act a certain way. And I'm sure I was that little girl, though. Let's be clear, when I was that age, you know, I probably was. So I had to get on to them, but he basically told me that we were about to get evicted. So I would have had to take 16 little girls. Well, I felt horrible because I guess she was jumping on the bed and banging on the wall. And this one little girl. Anyways, long story short.
And pretending to have...
Yes. And
to get it on?
Yes. And the other little girls didn't know what she was doing, right? And I wouldn't have done that because I wouldn't have known what that was. However, the other little girls didn't know what it was. They were just like, whatever. But this is what the security guard told me. I did not hear them.
Yes.
How does the security guard know that?
I have no idea. So
Probably
then
the person that called said that that's what was happening.
Yeah, maybe she thought that that's what was happening, and they were just jumping on the bed and squealing and stuff. That's what I think, because I don't think that little girls at that age would know. I hope not. So, anyways, so the next morning, I'm going down the hall.
Wait, it just hit me. You said you had 16 girls?
Yes.
Oh, my God. I can hear it.
16 little girls.
Wow, you are brave.
Yes, and they were making TikToks. I posted one of them. They were having the best time. And I mean, I went to bed at one point and just said, don't leave the room. And the next thing I know, I have security there multiple times. And then,
So how did you get them to calm down the girls? Did you say you're going to go to jail if you don't stop?
I had to move them. I had to move some of them in the room with me. And I basically had to break them up and say, okay, it's time to bed. And this was like at 2-something in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
So it was very late. But the next morning I go down to get coffee and I hear the lady talking about the noise on the 15th floor and how awful it was and blah, 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 blah. So I go straight to the front desk and I just pay for the room. So
you were like, can I
the
take
one
care
next
of
to
her
you?
room?
Yes.
Oh, that was nice of you.
That's nice. Honestly, that's the way to, yeah.
I mean, I feel bad because at one point the girls were trying to get into Brooklyn's room, the teenagers' room, because they all had their own room, and they were kind of kicking and stuff. And I went live, and then the lady came out at one point and yelled at them, and I happened to be filming live, and I was telling them to come back in, and the lady gets onto them, and I film her telling them, and then I turn around and go, ooh, what do we call her girls? And they go, Karen. And so you know what Karens are, right?
Yes.
What is the male version of a Karen? Is there one?
I don't know.
I don't think
That's
so.
a good question.
Yeah.
Look that up.
Yeah. So anyways, so then people are like slamming me that I shouldn't be teaching the kids this, how to behave this way or whatever. And I'm like, people, it is a little kid's birthday party. So I can only do so much.
Well, you survived. And I think it's really nice that you paid for that lady's room.
There were people that were arriving from their night out and they were hammered and you could hear them in the halls. And I called right down there and I said, that is not us.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's be real clear. And they were super loud.
Okay, so speaking of some online backlash, Stephanie sent me some interesting TikToks. Well, basically it's going down with Bethany Frankel.
Bethany Frankel is doing a lot of, she'll go and buy every foundation at Walgreens and try them and kind of tell people which one is her favorite, so
Yes.
kind of more affordable makeup and skincare, which I think is fantastic. But I guess this girl did a TikTok on how, I guess Bethany's saying that it's very organic and she just kind of landed into this. And the girl, I guess, was looking up the Kardashians and they have all of these
Different trademarks.
And I guess Bethany, I forget what her trademark is, but it's kind of something that she's using to do all these makeup things. This girl's alleging that she has a
trademark name was It's a Scam.
Yes.
Yes.
So I guess everything Bethany was doing these and her whole thing was it's a scam. Well, she had it trademarked 6 months before she started doing these makeup videos is kind of what the girl was saying. Well, I guess the girl got online, her name's Meredith Lynch, and said that she got a cease and desist from Bethany's team for, I guess, talking about her.
Okay, so I want to hear what initially this Meredith Lynch girl said in her TikTok.
Yes.
Sad news. We will have to be taking down all of our content related to a certain former Real Housewife of New York because she has slapped me with a cease and desist, saying that I've made defamatory statements about her. This is what happens when you share the truth about things on here and you are not a huge celebrity. They just throw a cease and desist at you and you have to shut up. And it's ridiculous. It really is.
So
Then Heather McDonald chimed in.
I'm disgusted by this. I want everyone to know that Bethany is the biggest hypocrite in Hollywood. And believe me, I've met a lot of them. But if you ask me, this is the most hypocritical thing that someone in her position has done. Someone who's become famous for speaking her mind and giving her opinion is now shutting down influencers, and not all influencers, because some influencers she would reach out and wink at, and now they love her. Oh, Bethany didn't send me a cease and desist. We know exactly what you're doing. Hypocrite, you've won the prize. People's Choice Award, biggest Hollywood hypocrite.
Wow.
Interesting. So whenever Stephanie used to do press and I would tag along, I would always ask people, who is the worst person you've ever met? And quite a few of them Said Bethany Frankel.
Really? Okay, I met Bethany Frankel one time right after the, I think, season 3 reunion. I went to the
Victoria's
Secret fashion show, and I sat right next to Bethany, and her boyfriend was behind me, like kind of set Travis behind me, and then her boyfriend behind her, and she ended up exchanging chairs with her boyfriend so she could sit by him and Travis, or exchanging seats with Travis because she wanted to sit with her boyfriend on the second row. Anyway, I did not say anything until, like, I just pretended like I didn't know who she was, because I did not want, like, her to be like, oh my God, this thirsty Dallas housewife is like, I don't want to be like, oh, you're a housewife, I'm a housewife. Like, I always think that's so cringy. And she was so famous that I didn't want to come across as like some crazy thirsty person. So, but I will say she said hi. She knew who I was. She was very nice. Like, her boyfriend was really nice. So I've only had one instance where I actually met her, because I don't know, was she at the baby shower, Andy Cohen's baby shower? I don't know if she was.
She wasn't. No.
But she was nice. But I also understand that that's my experience and not everyone else's.
I remember, this was maybe 5 or 6 years ago, a friend and I were in New York, and we were going to Beauty in Essex, and we like had to go upstairs to like wait for our table to be ready. And upstairs they were filming Real Housewives of New York. And I remember everyone was on one side and then Bethany was on the other side. And if you wanted to film with her, you had to go over to her.
No.
That was my other Bethany story. Well, so Bethany Frankel responded to this, and in a TikTok that has since been deleted, it was up for like what, 20 minutes?
When I saw it, I think it said it was up for maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah. And then she deleted it because she was getting her ass handed to her. And here's what she had to say.
The only reason I'm discussing this ludicrous matter is because it's an example of how social media can be a breeding ground for false reporting. I own many different trademarks, and I own It's a Scam in Television as an idea that I had a long time ago for a television show, because I always say it's a scam. I'm not doing It's a Scam anything. I have no plans to do anything product wise or television wise. In fact, that when it expires, I don't even need it anymore, because holding trademarks is expensive, but you could see when that was. So I own the word food porn. I'm not doing anything with it. I'm not fucking cucumbers. I just own the word food porn. So take a break about that. Second of all, cease and desists are reserved for people that defame other people. And yes, I do have a team of lawyers. And yes, I will send a cease and desist. And guess what? I will take a motherfucker to court if they start to fuck around with my business by saying something that is defamatory or false. So check that and fucking try me. And the people that are also make these insinuations. Crethany Jankel. I mean, look in the mirror, because you're an embarrassment. I mean, really, like, so if you're going to follow someone and if you're going to report something, have your fucking facts straight, okay? If you're going to take a shot at this bee, you better not miss.
Wow, Bethany, wow.
Wow. Man, I feel like we've heard a lot of F-bombs today and none of us said them.
How is that ever possible?
So here's my first takeaway from that is she's a bully.
Here's the thing that I feel like is kind of the crazy part, is that Brandi and I always talk about this, like with Twitter, like somebody says something and you want to respond, but all you're doing is giving them a bigger platform.
Yes.
Brandi and I both have been in a point where we've given things light that we shouldn't have, or we've regretted it.
And you have one person that said something, but now you have,
Everybody.
100 different small accounts. Well, now it's kind of big.
Yeah.
I kind of went and looked at a little bit of like what Meredith was kind of saying and, things like that. But I feel like, she really was kind of being a voice for all of these brands that were kind of getting knocked. Because, everybody has different opinions, but also these are products that people use, and everybody's different. Like their skin's different. They react differently. Like I may use a completely different shampoo and conditioner that y'all use because it works better on my hair because I have a different hair texture. So that's the thing, is I think that, and so for her to have that opinion and then for somebody to come in and say, no, you can't have one.
Well, I think that was the thing, is people like, hold on, you built your career off of just speaking your mind. Do you want a show where y'all just trash each other season after season after season and you're coming after me?
Right.
It's just, it's a little weird.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like I said, I feel like everybody is entitled to their opinion. And
I mean,
when you're in the public eye,
if not, then I wish I could have gone after people that said that I was a little bee.
I have told you guys how much I love my Next Evo Naturals CBD gummies, and a bunch of you messaged me on Instagram and said that you tried them as well. If you've ever wondered whether your CBD was working, that means it probably wasn't. What I love about Next Evo Naturals is that they've developed smart sorb technology that improves CBD's ability to be absorbed, getting into your system in less than 10 minutes. Most CBD oils achieve between 2 and 10% absorption, which means that 90% of what you think you're getting is actually wasted. Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
Next Evo Naturals are scientifically formulated to deliver more CBD in the way that your body can actually use it, and fast. Get to the root of stress with the Stress CBD Complex from Next Evo Naturals. For up to 25% off a subscription order of 40 or more, use promo code WeeklyDose at nextevo.com. That's NEXTEVO.com, promo code WeeklyDose.
Yes.
Let's go back to what we were first talking about when we opened the podcast, and that is this article that says, is Bravo announcing RHOD's season 6 reboot at BravoCon? Stephanie Holman and Deandra Simmons to allegedly appear on the new season. This is from a Reality Blurb. But
because let me remind you
that
he announced Salt Lake City at BravoCon.
Yes, he did.
So.
Yes, he did. So this article says Stephanie Holman and Deandra Simmons are reportedly expected to have roles on the alleged upcoming 6th season of Real Housewives of Dallas. And the announcement is expected to happen later this month at BravoCon. Meanwhile, other sources are reporting that Deandra and her mother will be in attendance at BravoCon to participate in the alleged announcement about the 6th season. The quote continues and says, Deandra and her mom are expected to come out as the dynamic duo on Watch Happens Live, where it will be revealed that Real Housewives of Dallas is coming back. Stephanie is the only other Dallas housewife who will return to the show, and she is not expected to be at BravoCon. So I guess the first question is, Stephanie, are you going to BravoCon?
No, I will not be in New York. I'm here.
Second question is, Brandi, why were you not asked to be on the season 6 cast?
I don't know. I'm so sad about it. I mean, I would have at least liked to be asked.
Okay, so so basically the article is saying that Stephanie and Deandra are going to be on season 6. Deandra and her mom are going to BravoCon, and they're going to be on Watch Happens Live, and they're this dynamic duo surprise. So let's just go through line by line of these allegations. Stephanie.
Yes.
What will your tagline be for season 6?
I don't know, because I have not talked to Bravo at all, but I have no idea.
You should be like, I refuse to have my ass eaten. So what you're saying is there is no truth to this rumor about you coming back for season 6.
With me, like I always say with the other girls, like their truth is their truth, and they can say whatever when it comes to the girls with the Dallas show. But for me, if I'm involved in any of the conspiracy theories, I obviously, if you looked at my story, I've already said I'm not a part of it. But I will say it again. I have not talked to Bravo. I don't call Bravo. I mean, I'm not like on the phone with them. Like,
some people do.
Please bring Housewives of Dallas back. Like, I know they have other things that they are doing. And you know what? Like, I truly believe in my heart that if it is in God's will for me to be a part of anything, it will organically happen because it is meant to be. And I don't know, like, and when it came out, I was like, there are all these people. I mean, Brandi and I were on a franchise at one point. And there are all these people that work really hard all year. They go through a lot of hell, let's be honest, whenever it's airing and whenever you're filming. And this is their moment to shine. Mm-hmm. And so for me, I just wanted to say, put my truth out there. That
you're referring to like the other people that are at BravoCon.
Yeah, the other people that are at BravoCon, like the Housewives of Orange County, the people on all these shows that spend all year long, and they get invited and they get asked and they get paid to do this. And it's a big, I think it's an honor to be there. And that's who, so I just not doing it, but I also didn't want to like have a cliffhanger with everybody, because I feel like that's not fair to why people are actually at BravoCon, which is to meet the people who are on TV and to support them and to celebrate them. So it's weird
that this story was even put out there. Like, why would that have been the case? So Bravo did post a photo a few days ago of everyone that's going to be at BravoCon, and Deandra and her mom are not in that photo. And I think, I mean, I don't know, but like if I was in y'all's shoes, I would never go to BravoCon if I was not invited. Like if you were, that's almost like, I don't know, it's like going to a party you weren't invited to. It's like, well, then you're going to take the shine away from those that, you know, are supposed to be there.
Yeah.
That just seems kind of weird. So I would be shocked if Deandra and her mom went to BravoCon because that would honestly seem very disrespectful.
I mean, I don't know.
If they weren't invited.
I don't know if they're going to be on Watch. I mean, they may have been invited to be on Watch What Happens Live, but I don't know. I've not talked to them. And I could, like I said in my thing, I can only speak for myself. But I cannot speak for Deandra or Mama D of what's going on because, I mean, Andy loves Mama D. Like, right, Brandi?
Yeah.
Like, he loves Mama D. So I can only speak for myself. But for myself, I will not be there. And I've not been asked to be on a season 6.
Well, and I feel like you've been very vocal about how that's like just not, like, I feel like we talked about that almost every episode about how you were good, you were chilling.
Yeah, like I'm actually pretty happy with the way life is. And you know what? Again, like if it's meant to be, like things happen in life that are meant to be, right? And like I feel like I'm right where I need to be right now. And but yes, I did not. But also, like I just did not also want Bravo to think that I am taking part of any of these rumors, like spreading them or anything else.
And putting on a story for your own benefit.
Yeah, because I would not do that.
I mean, I think it would be interesting though, like just for fun, to go back and be like, Stephanie, what do you have going on in the next 6 months to a year that we could film? Please tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me.
What do I have going on for the next 6 months?
Yeah, so people can know because they're going to want to see you for season 6. So tell us what you have going on. This is what they do, by the way. They're like, tell us what you have going on. Oh,
yeah, that's what they do. They call you and they say, what do you have going on? And then you tell them, and then they're like, okay, well, how can we make this interesting?
So what would you say you have going on over the next 6 months to a year?
She could have a cast trip to Whitefish.
Yeah, I do have a house coming up in Whitefish. I don't think it'll necessarily be done in 6 months to a year. My son has a girlfriend that he will not ever talk about. And I mean, not a lot. I feel like my life is pretty much the same, which I like. Like how many people have like traumatic things every year of their life, right? Like I don't know. It's pretty much the same, but I think Deandra and her mom are in New York. So if they are going, I wish them the most amazing time because they may have been invited. I do not know. I did not call Deandra and ask her because her life is none of my business.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say from my perspective, if she was not invited, I certainly hope she's not going.
I would not want to deal with like the traffic and the craziness because unless you have security, you shouldn't be there. Like because
Brandi's the only one out of the two of us that have been there.
So, I mean, and you need security if you're going to be there.
I think if you went in disguise, that would actually be fun. And like got to experience it as a fan, not being yourself.
People would recognize us as soon as we laughed.
Yeah, that's true. Like we have very high-pitched voices and we laugh. Our laugh is very Beavis and Butthead.
Well, you cannot find Stephanie on season 6 of Real Housewives of Dallas, but you can find her at...
Steph Holman on Instagram and, not Twitter.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Me at Brandi Redmond.
And you can follow our podcast at BS the Podcast.
Bye.